Good morning, everybody. Thaddeus here from Primal Hacker. Getting outside. Here is the dawn light just starting to break through. I'll try to look at the camera here for all of you. Whew! It is about 15 degrees below zero today. So I'm going to put my glove on here. So give me a second to get my glove on, because my hands are going to freeze. And my son over here taking care of our chickens. We're getting ready for the Spirit of Nature retreat. That's our annual winter primal hacking retreat. I hope it is not going to be 15 degrees below zero for that winter retreat. We want to get people cold adapted and really teach you how to use this light, how to use cold to your advantage. And it's not comfortable at 25, 15, 10 below zero. So I believe it's going to be 30 degrees that weekend that we're going to do it. So it starts up about 17. We do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's going to get up to 35. So yes, it's going to be warm. It is not going to be 15 degrees below zero like today. Holy cow, this is really chilly. And you can see I've got my shoes on. I've got a grounding strap on the back of my shoes, so I'm grounded, where there's no way I could be barefoot today. But I am grounded with that grounding strap. And you can see the sky is starting to lighten up here. We want our eyes in the sun. We want as much of our body exposed in the winter as possible. Now, safely. That is for many reasons. But when you wake up, it's so important to make a decision of how you're going to feel that day and who you're going to be. So here we are looking at the dawn sun. No glasses, no sunglasses, no contacts. And what that's going to do is start a cascade of hormones. There's no ultraviolet light in the sun at this time of day. So our hormones are ramped up for that whole day. Cortisol, so we can become awake and alert. Our stress hormones are coming up, yes, and that's what we want during the day. And, oh, hang on a sec here. Okay, here we are back. I go back on. So as we decide what we're going to be, what we're going to do, how we're going to feel that day, I want to be a person that gets out in the morning sun, exposing as much of my body as possible. Now, why in the winter? Eyes in sun, skin in sun. Because there's a potential that with the cold and the blue light from the sun, you can create vitamin D inside the vessels of the body. You can expose your skin all day long to this wintertime sun at this latitude and never get any vitamin D from the sun. There's no ultraviolet B light, which creates the vitamin D. We got to go down south to Florida, which is where we were last week, down south in Florida, getting some UVB, getting some sunlight, warming up a little bit. We picked the right weekend because it was 15 degrees below zero here all week that we are in Florida, and it was 85 there. It was awesome. So you can't get that vitamin D in the winter, so most people's vitamin D status drops significantly in northern latitudes, and then they're more susceptible to viruses and bacterias and diseases of all kinds. Now, there's this theory that if you expose some of your body to cold and blue light from the sun, you can create vitamin D in the blood vessels from this effect of deuterium in the blood. That's not my dog here trying to, he's freaking out. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Hey, oh my God, he's going crazy. He loves, this is a dog that's cold adapted. He loves the cold. He's a year old. Hey, oh my gosh. So this is Sage, the primal pup. He's more cold adapted than any of us. He lays down in the snow, he rolls in the snow. It's 15 degrees below zero. He loves it out here. He doesn't want to go in. All right, so maybe I'm creating some vitamin D. Certainly I'm getting that light through my eyes, pumping up my hormones. And that's what you want, because when the ultraviolet comes out, it's going to stop that hormone cascade, which is good. You don't want your hormones turned on all the time, all day. That's when people get these hormone panels where they've crashed their hormones. Their cortisol's jacked all the time. So that's due to a number of factors of our modern life. But number one, not getting dawn light, not getting noontime light to get that ultraviolet. Now, I said there's no ultraviolet B in our environment to create vitamin D, but there is ultraviolet A that still comes out in our environment. It doesn't create vitamin D, but that does increase nitric oxide in the body, which reduces blood pressure and stops that hormone cascade, so your hormones turn off for a little bit during the day, which is what you want. Okay, now the cold. We're going to be teaching about this at the Spirit of Nature retreat. Now we changed the name from Fire and Ice of our retreat this year because fire and ice is symbolism of the Piscean age. If you look alchemically and astrologically at the symbolism of fire and ice, we're in this battle of fire and ice, back and forth and back and forth. And we kind of want to move toward the symbolism of heaven and earth, heaven on earth and heaven over earth. So air signs and earth signs. So we changed the name to reflect getting out of the battle of fire and ice and getting more into heart-centered and a more gentle life on this planet. So we are creating the right symbolism for this retreat and going forward. Now, getting the body cold, which is what we're doing. You can see I'm starting to get really frosty here and cold. It is really cold outside right now, and I'm starting to shiver. So cold can, through all the studies that have been done on cold and cold adaptation, increase lifespan, decrease inflammation, increase sleep quality that night, and reduce your response to cold in general. So it's going to be cold if you're living in a cold environment and you don't want to feel cold all the time. You want to be able to walk comfortably at 15 degrees below zero without a shirt on, or just, wearing a t-shirt from your car to the store and not have a stress response and be super shivery and cold and freaked out. Cold adaptation can help you have more resistance to the cold. That in and of itself is like gold for most people. There are so many benefits of getting a little bit cold. Now the shivering I'm about to start doing actually utilizes glycogen that's stored in my muscles. And as it uses up that glycogen through shivering, I get the benefits of like a really hard workout without doing any work. I also get to eat more calories for no weight gain, if you're into that kind of thing. And I get to burn more calories by increasing the amount of brown adipose tissue or brown fat my body is building. There's just tons and tons of benefits of these pathways most people are not utilizing. So I encourage all of you to get out in the morning, get the dawn light in your eye, get a little cold and uncomfortable. So I've been out here for almost 8 minutes. That's enough. That's plenty of time. I would love to stay out here longer to get more sun in my eye. I will get some clothes on, but at 15 degrees below zero, I cannot be out here any longer. You can see what's going on with my beard. It's getting all frosty just from talking to all of you. So I'm going to go inside. Everyone get out, increase your lifespan, increase those happiness hormones that comes with this cold adaptation, and get a little uncomfortable so that you can just in general start living the life that you really want to live by getting a little bit uncomfortable. There's Tomorrow. She's going on her walk with the dog. Whew, getting her dawn. Sunlight in the eye. All right, everybody. See ya.